Hey guys, Collector Benny here. Thought we'd do a video this week about the differences between collecting English Pokemon cards and collecting Japanese Pokemon cards, and what that might mean for your collection, what it might mean for overall value and quality. Let's get amongst it. So I ran through some lists of very popular cards of English and Japanese to see and to show you what these cards are valued at and quality wise to give you an idea of what you're getting into. So very first one off the top of my list, I went with a Charizard. I went with Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. Now, this card, raw, for the last 5 times it is sold, and this data I took from today, it is on average sold for $110. These prices will go up and down. Compared to the exact same Charizard in the set Japanese Ruler of the Black Flame, this card sells for, on average, the last 5 times, $125. Now, that's not saying that either card is better. Generally, the English cards are always going to be more popular, but on average, the Japanese cards, the quality control they have is far superior to English, which is produced in America all the time. I have so many Japanese cards that I have graded versus English, and every single Japanese one I have graded personally has come back a 10. Doesn't mean you're going to get a 10, but I've gotten 10s because the quality is so much higher. Next card, I went with fan favorite. I went with Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest. Great looking card. Last 5 times, on average, it sold for $56 in English. And in the Japanese, it's out of the VMAX Climax set. It has sold on average last 5 times $43. I have one of these cards graded. I bought the Greninja EX from Twilight Masquerade. Very popular card at the moment. Hugely popular. Raw, $460. Now, this one on the Japanese from Crimson Haze, this one really got me interested, and I'm actually going to pick one of these up. $147 has been the average price the last 5 times. Okay, that is crazy when you think about it. That is the exact same artwork. Sure, it's in Japanese, but it is going to be on average better quality. That one I think is a bit of a sleeper. Now, the big one, had to get to it. Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies. On average, last 5 times, $2,000. $2,000 for one card. And when I found it in EV Heroes in Japanese, funnily enough, because the English one is stupidly priced and crazy, the Japanese, exactly the same price, or close enough. $2,000. And like I said, on average, the Japanese will be of higher quality. So I can't afford one. I'd love one. Maybe one day I'll pull it. Going back to Scarlet and Violet, Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, very popular card, great artwork. It is selling for an average $220 raw for the last 5 times. And Magikarp from Triplet Beat is the set. It is selling for $55. That one also went straight onto my list of cards to buy. Exactly the same art, but on average, better quality. Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. I also love this card. I have this card. This is one of the ones I could not pull. I had to buy it, but I thankfully paid less than this. It is now on average going for $238. Okay, in the exact same in our set Starbirth, it is selling for $145. Next will be the Mew EX from Paldean Fates, or Bubble Mew, very popular. It is selling for, in English, $340. And the exact same one out of Shiny Treasures is selling for $124, the Japanese version. Again, that's really good when comparing it. The last two I went with Misty's Favor from Unified Mind, so a little bit older now. That's a Sun and Moon one. It sells on average raw $275. And in the set Miracle Twin, $150. So almost half the price. Same artwork. And last one, stayed with that theme. I went with the Starmie V. So it's a trainer gallery from Astral Radiance. On average, sells for $80 English. And in the Japanese set Battle region, it is selling for $70. So that one's very comparable. As you can see from most of that, the English is always more expensive. But the Japanese, there's a couple that are comparable. The Japanese are always cheaper in most cases. And in my opinion, the Japanese sets are a little underrated by a lot of English collectors and people who are starting out. And I also wouldn't sleep on Korean. Korean sets are cheaper again to buy than Japanese. They're made in Korea. I did a little bit of research. But as far as reports say, the quality is as good as Japanese sets. So I mean, they sort of, I've seen them, videos when they sell them as like fun sets, but I think they're a little bit of an underrated set because you can get some of these great pulls and very even cheaper. So as I was saying, guys, when it comes to collecting, there's no right or wrong. Whatever you enjoy the most is how you should collect. If you love Greninja and that's what you want to be the center of your collection, hell yeah, go for it. Me, it's Charizard. Charizard is king, and apart from my seal collection, my collecting very heavily focuses on Charizard. And I didn't go further with my research, but I can. If you leave a comment down below, I'm happy to do it. But on average, the English card, when they are raw, are generally 9s. But Japanese can be argued that they're generally 10s because of the quality. So as soon as you grade them, most times the Japanese card will be worth more than the 9 in English because you got a 10 in the Japanese. And so that's something to keep in mind when you're collecting, because Japanese is becoming so popular that less and less people are turning their nose up at it, and they're actually seeing for what it is, that it is better quality, it's the exact same artwork, and in the end, it's about collecting what you enjoy. And so if you really want, the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, but you can't spend $220 raw, but hey, look at that. You can spend $55 on average to get the one from Triplet Beat. And there you go. You've got an amazing art, and you then grade it, and you might get lucky and get a 10. That sounds awesome to me. Like I said, some of these cards are going onto my list of cards to look out for to pick up myself. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. It was fun to look at that and compare them. There are so many more cards that I can get into, and if you want, again, leave a comment down below and I'll do another video comparing prices and such. But all of this data I just got from eBay. Like I've said in the past, eBay and Australia, and that is where I've been getting my data. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next video.